What were the must-have toys that every kid dreamed about in the 70s? Do you remember the thrill of unwrapping that perfect gift under the tree, only to see it vanish from store shelves and memory as the years went by? From toys that defined a generation to quirky creations that fizzled out, the 70s brought us some of the most iconic and strangely forgotten treasures of Christmas past. What made these toys so popular back then, and why did they fade into history? Let's take a nostalgic trip back in time and rediscover the Christmas toys that once ruled the 70s but are now lost to history. The Mighty Men and Monster Maker, launched by Tomy in the 70s, was a creative toy designed for kids who love to draw and invent their own characters. This toy allowed children to mix and match plates to create unique combinations of heroes, monsters, and other fantastical beings. Using crayon rubbings, players could bring their creations to life on paper, assembling characters with different heads, torsos, and legs. It included sturdy plastic plates, each etched with highly detailed artwork. By swapping these plates, users could create thousands of different character combinations. The designs range from knights and astronauts to mythical creatures and monsters, appealing to both science fiction and fantasy fans. A plastic frame held the plates in place, and the rubbing process was easy enough for most kids to master. All that was needed was a blank sheet of paper and some crayons. The Mighty Men and Monster Maker tapped into the popularity of superhero comics, fantasy movies, and TV shows in the 70s. By the early 80s, changes in the toy industry and children's interests led to the decline of the Mighty Men and Monster Maker. Video games and electronic toys became increasingly popular, shifting attention away from traditional, hands-on toys. In the 70s, WAMO was at the forefront of creating quirky, attention-grabbing toys. Among their many hits, the Silly String Snow Battle Edition stood out as a seasonal favorite. It was packaged as a fun alternative to real snowball fights, allowing kids to spray their friends with foam like snow without the cold. Silly String, first invented in 1972 by Leonard A. Fish and Robert P. Cox, was originally intended as a spray-on medical cast. When one of the inventors accidentally sprayed it across the room, they realized its potential as a toy. Wham-O, known for iconic products like the Frisbee and hula hoop, bought the rights and marketed it as a playful, colorful party product during the winter holidays, as a festive product that brought a sense of winter magic into homes without requiring actual snow. The aerosol cans released a foamy white substance meant to mimic snow in texture and appearance. For kids, it was a chance to engage in winter battles without bundling up in layers of clothing. For parents, it was a relatively inexpensive gift that added excitement to holiday gatherings. Wham-O's vibrant advertising campaigns emphasized fun, family interaction, and seasonal festivities, making it a popular stocking stuffer during Christmas. The 70s introduced a wave of licensed toys that connected children directly to their favorite TV shows. Among these, the $6 Million Man action figure, produced by Kenner in 1975, stood out as a groundbreaking product. Based on the popular TV series starring Lee Majors, the toy capitalized on the sci-fi craze and the fascination with bionics. The action figure measured 13 inches tall, slightly larger than the typical 12-inch G.I. Joe, giving it a more imposing presence. It included several unique features that set it apart from other toys at the time. Bionic arm, a removable rubber sleeve revealed intricate gears inside, simulating Steve Austin's bionic enhancements, Bionic Eye. A small hole in the figure's head allowed kids to look through a lens, mimicking the character's enhanced vision and lifting action. The arm could lift heavy objects, including a steel beam accessory that came with the toy. Kenner also released various playsets and accessories, like the Bionic Transport and Repair Station, which allowed children to repair the figure, further immersing them in the $6 Million Man universe. Riding the popularity of the TV show, the action figure became a must-have item for Christmas in 1975. The toy line eventually expanded to include other characters, such as Oscar Goldman and Maskatron, along with vehicles and additional accessories. The Super Slider Sled, released by the Flexible Flyer brand in the 70s, was a staple of wintertime fun for American children. Known for its simple yet functional design, the Sled was a lightweight, plastic alternative to the heavier wooden and metal sleds of earlier decades. Its streamlined construction allowed for easy handling, making it a favorite for kids who wanted a fast, thrilling ride down snowy hills. Flexible Flyer, a name synonymous with sledding since the early 1900s, became a household brand by producing durable sleds that catered to changing trends. By the 70s, the company pivoted from its iconic wooden sleds to embrace the growing popularity of plastic toys. The Super Slider Sled was designed for speed with a slick bottom surface that glided effortlessly over packed snow. Its lightweight build made it easier to carry uphill, and its bright colors appealed to younger audiences. The Super Slider Sled was lightweight and easy to maneuver, ideal for children, though larger models were available for older kids. Despite its initial success, the Super Slider Sled faded from popularity by the late 80s. The rise of more sophisticated sled designs, including foam sleds and inflatable snow tubes, overshadowed the simple plastic sled. Additionally, safety concerns grew as sledding injuries gained attention, leading parents to favor sleds with more stability and control features. In the mid-70s, Kenner released a unique toy that stood out from the crowd. Hugo, Man of a Thousand Faces, a mysterious bald-headed puppet with an unusual twist. He came with a variety of accessories that allowed kids to transform his appearance into different disguises. Hugo was packaged with wigs, mustaches, scars, sideburns, glasses, and hats. The set also included adhesive materials to stick these accessories onto Hugo's head and face. This gave children the chance to create countless looks, from spies to villains. The toy was marketed as an educational and imaginative experience, aimed at sparking creativity. Kenner promoted it with slogans emphasizing how kids could invent stories and personas for Hugo. The design was intentionally eerie, adding an element of intrigue that made it memorable for those who played with it. While it received some attention for its originality, it struggled to compete with other toys that offered more action-packed play or familiar characters tied to popular franchises. The adhesive materials also had a short lifespan, which meant replacing them was a challenge, reducing the toy's longevity. By the early 80s, Hugo had vanished from the toy aisles. Unlike other toys from the era that found a second life through nostalgia, Hugo didn't leave a lasting legacy. No TV shows, movies, or significant pop culture references were tied to its name, and it became one of Kenner's forgotten experiments. Manufactured by Shaper Toys, Stompers Mini 4x4 winter terrain vehicles were a standout in the late 70s. These battery-operated vehicles captured the imagination of children by combining rugged design with motorized movement. Designed as miniature all-terrain trucks, Stompers could navigate a variety of surfaces, including carpets, dirt, and even snow, making them especially popular during winter. Stompers were powered by a single AA battery, which enabled their distinctive four-wheel drive. Each wheel moved independently, allowing the vehicles to tackle uneven terrain. Shaper included a variety of models in their lineup, such as trucks, SUVs, and even snow-specific vehicles equipped with studded tires. They were small enough to fit in the palm of a child's hand, but durable enough to endure rough play. Shaper expanded the line to include winter-themed sets featuring snowplows, sleds, and ramps, tapping into the seasonal excitement around Christmas. They were the subject of competitive play, with kids creating custom tracks to test their Stompers' limits. Shaper Toys itself was acquired by Tyco in the mid-80s, and the Stompers brand was eventually phased out. In the 70s, the Icebird Sno-Cone maker by Kenner became a must-have for kids across the United States. Simple in design, yet clever in function, it combined fun and a small taste of culinary creativity, making it a memorable part of many childhoods. The Icebird was a small, colorful device shaped like a cartoon bird. To use it, kids loaded the bird with ice cubes and cranked its tail to shave the ice. The fluffy ice came out of the bird's belly, ready to be scooped into a cup or cone. It came with flavored syrups, allowing kids to create colorful snow cones that looked and tasted just like the ones sold at summer fairs. The Icebird was marketed as an easy-to-use and safe toy. Ads often showed smiling kids enjoying their homemade snow cones, which made it an attractive choice for parents during the holiday season. Kenner was already a big name in toys during the 70s, known for products like the Easy Bake Oven and later, Star Wars action figures. By the late 70s and early 80s, the Icebird began to lose its place in the market. Safety concerns around toy manufacturing started growing, and toys involving food preparation faced more scrutiny. Plastic parts wearing out or breaking became a common complaint. In the 70s, Play-Doh introduced one of its most memorable kits, the Fuzzy Pumper Barber Shop. Designed for hands-on fun, it allowed kids to create hairstyles using colorful Play-Doh, simulating the experience of running their own barbershop. The set included plastic figures with hollow heads, scissors, a barber chair, and a pump mechanism. By loading Play-Doh into the base of the chair, kids could grow hair by pressing the pump, which pushed the dough through tiny holes in the heads. The hair could then be cut, styled, or decorated, providing endless combinations of wacky or realistic looks. Play-Doh, a product of Rainbow Crafts Company, had already been a household name by the 60s. The Fuzzy Pumper Barbershop built on this success by offering a themed kit that appealed to the growing demand for creative, role-playing toys. During the height of its popularity, the toy became a staple Christmas gift and a frequent sight in living rooms and playrooms across America. Unlike many toys of the era, it didn't rely on batteries or complicated mechanisms. The bright colors of Play-Doh and the oddly satisfying act of cutting hair made it unique in a market filled with dolls, action figures, and board games. In the early 70s, Mattel, known for iconic toys like Barbie and Hot Wheels, introduced an unusual product called Edibles. This toy aimed to combine creative play with something kids universally loved: snacks. Children could create their own candy and other edible items using this toy, blending the fun of a craft kit with the satisfaction of making food. Edibles came as a set that included molds, tools, and flavored mixes. Children could pour the mix into molds, add water, and cook the mixture into edible treats. Unlike traditional toy ovens like the Easy Bake Oven, Edibles didn't rely on a light bulb for cooking. Instead, it used a heated plate to prepare the snacks. The flavors offered were typically sweet and appealing to kids, ranging from fruity gummies to candy-like confections, shaped like playful characters or fun objects, making the edible creations visually appealing. Despite its initial popularity, Edibles faced challenges that eventually led to its disappearance. The heating plate, while functional, raised concerns among parents about the risk of burns. The cost of the refill packs also became a barrier for many families. Once the included mixes ran out, parents had to purchase new ones from Mattel, which could be expensive. The Johnny Astro space launcher was one of the many toys that captured the imagination of kids in the 70s in the United States. Manufactured by Topper Toys, Johnny Astro was a space-themed toy that allowed kids to launch mini rockets into the air. Released during the height of space exploration excitement, Johnny Astro offered kids a chance to explore the cosmos in their own backyard. The toy came with a hand-powered launcher and small, lightweight rockets that could soar up to impressive heights. Kids could engage in friendly competitions to see whose rocket could fly the farthest or highest. One of the unique features of Johnny Astro was its simplicity. Unlike some toys that required extensive assembly or batteries, this toy was easy to set up and provided immediate action. However, despite its popularity, Johnny Astro eventually disappeared from the toy market. As new technology and more advanced space-themed toys emerged in the 80s, Johnny Astro seemed outdated. Additionally, concerns about safety arose as reports of injuries related to toy rockets gained attention, leading to increased scrutiny from regulators and parents alike. Thanks for taking this trip down memory lane. Which of these forgotten Christmas toys from the 70s brought back memories? Or surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this nostalgic dive, hit that like button, subscribe for more blasts from the past, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next video. Who knows, maybe your favorite toy from childhood will make an appearance. See you next time.